Hello, everybody. Welcome to my review on the Kenobi series. Now, oh wow, this has been a roller coaster of emotion, going from good to bad to epic to cringe level. Like, there's a lot of to speak about here, but I'm going to try to keep as short as possible here. So the first thing I want to point out before I start is that I'm a prequel guy. I was born in '94. I I even remember when episode one came out on the theater in Sweden. I mean, you can imagine like a 5-year-old child who barely knows English or nothing in fact. And I remember that night when we saw the first episode one. Like my mom was like, if this movie is too much, I'm going to take my child. We're going to go to the toy store or something like that. But she said she remembered that night as well because she said, "Wow, you sat throughout that movie, open eyes and mouth. You could not take your eyes out of the screen." And I remember that. I was like, "Yeah, I love what I saw." And yeah, looking back at it now, there are some flaws, absolutely. I don't say that the prequels are perfect and absolutely not. I grew up with them, and I have to say, at least they have some originality to it compared to something else we're gonna talk about. Anyway, so I have been a casual Star Wars fan. I mean, I love Star Wars. I love science fiction. I didn't like Star Trek that much, but I did watch it from time to time when I was a kid. But when I was a kid, Stargate was the, how should you say it, the main thing, the main science fiction on the TV. Like you had Star Trek SG-1, I think was called, and then you have Stargate Atlantis, and then you have Stargate Universe, right? I don't remember everybody, but at least some Stargate was kind of like the Star Trek in my generation, basically. However, I'm not a big Stargate fan. There was just something to watch during the after school or during morning or day off, weekends and that sort of thing. When I was a child, I mean, you also have Nickelodeon and all that sort of thing. You SpongeBob when back in the days. But anyway, so Star Wars. When the only thing that kept me love Star Wars in my child and teenage years was probably the Clone Wars. I mean, how long did that go on? I mean, it must have been like many years. It didn't like quit until Disney bought Star Wars in like 2014, right? Or 13, I don't remember exactly. But when I first heard that Disney was going to buy Star Wars, I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. But if George Lucas says it was the right decision, he think that they are going to keep his legacy alive and that sort of thing. But back then I was very worried that they were going to be like Disney, what do you call it now? Disneyfy, Disneyfy, like, right? Disneyfy Star Wars, basically, making it more childish and more lower intellectual levels sort of way, and not show blood. So still, I was like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I can give them a shot, but my God, that was a lot of money. They bought it for. I mean, George Lucas, he can retire for like hundreds of lives right now, but he probably regret it right now. So we begin with the first movie of the sequel, the Disney. No, it's the when Disney bought Star Wars. Kind of like the immediate thing they did was the decanonizing this expanded universe novels and games and that sort of thing, and also the Old Republic, which I don't understand why. The Old Republic is fucking awesome. Like you have Darth Revan and the Great what do you call it? Hyperspace War. You have the Great War. You have the Galactic Cold War. You have the Sith Empire. And you have Darth Vicious, and you have Shatil Shan and Revan and Malek and what was her name? Darth, not Darth Nihilus. Her his master. I don't remember her name. Kotor 2, basically. And I don't understand why they did it. So the first thing they started to do, I think, was Rebels, right? When I first saw it, I was like, it's not the same as Clone Wars. It's not charismatic. They're not really that. The story is a little bit dumb. But as it progressed, I'm gonna say Rebels becomes quite better as time goes. And I think it was okay. It was kind of like one of Disney's early good attempt at Star Wars. Then you have the movies. And when The Force Awakens came out, I was like, first I heard, okay, they're gonna have the old cast, Luke, Han, and Leia coming back, and all other actors. I was like, no, please no. If you're gonna do it, you have to do it right. You have to, if you are going to bring back the old cast, you have to be creative with this. You can't just because the other big wars was that J.J. Abrams is going to do it. And for those who know it, J.J. Abrams, in my opinion, he's a good director. He can film movies. He know how it works, but he can't write for shit. So he copy other people's work, and that is basically why The Force Awakens is basically the New Hope 2.0. People can say whatever. Me and my mother, we have a big hobby almost to go to the movies. We don't want to sit in our couches and stream a movie. No, hell no. We want to go to the theater, popcorn with other people, see people's reaction, and see the movies in surround and a big screen. That is something my mom and I have a deep connection with. My father and I, we basically are polar opposite. We fucking hate each other's hobbies, movies, and view of the world, basically. But my mom and I, we have a connection to the theaters and that's the cinema. We love going to the cinema. So when we saw episode 7, we were like, is this really good? Do you think this is good? We kept asking ourselves and to each other. So we were like, we have to see it one more time because I don't know, we were so divided even between inside like our opinion of this movie. So the first time I was like, no, I didn't like it. Second time I saw it, I was like, okay, I see what they're trying to do. They want to do a rehash of New Hope to introduce the new generation to Star Wars. I was like, okay, I can accept it this one time, and then they rehashed in Empire Strikes Back a little bit mixed with Return of the Jedi in The Last Jedi, and I fucking hate that movie. It's such a bad fucking movie. Rian Johnson, he's so, I mean, that man, I wonder, why did Disney allow him to like go on the defensive against all of the fan critics with calling people Islamophobes and that sort of thing? Like, you gotta be shitting me. No wonder the community is growing toxic against Disney because of how they are reacting to criticism. And that movie obviously was paying critics to praise the movie while the audience just fucking hated it. Then you have the Rise of Skywalker, and you can tell that J. Abrams is trying to fix The Last Jedi. He's trying to fix it all together, but it felt like 2 movies in one. So that one had huge amount of plot holes and things that just, it was a bad movie. Like the Star Wars sequels, the Disney Star Wars sequels is fucking catastrophe. Like, oh my god, it was also that period when we had Jurassic World, which was okay. So it was a big mix on the internet. But then you have Fallen Kingdom, which I fucking hate, and a lot of people don't like it. And then you have Ghostbusters 2016, right? And oh my god, you just want to shoot yourself. I don't like the Ghostbusters. I've seen all of them, but I'm not a Ghostbuster. It's just not my thing. But I can understand when I see Ghostbusters fans being fucking mad what they are seeing in it. Then we have the Hobbit movies, which came out the same time as Star Wars, right? I don't remember exactly. But those movies were, even though they were a little bit, creative changes in that movies compared to the books, it was still like entertainment. It was still like, yeah, I can watch this. The children are liking it. It kind of like grows a little bit of this nostalgia of the Lord of the Rings, because I remember that as well. I mean, when I was a child, like at the early millennial, it was the Star Wars, the prequel, the Lord of the Rings, Jurassic Park, the Harry Potter movies. We had Pirates of the Caribbean. We have a lot of good fucking movies, including animated. But anyway, Star Wars not going to go on out of the rails here. So then we have the Rogue One. I think it was called right? Rogue One. It was okay movie, but also that movie has been in a work for even before Disney bought Star Wars, I think. So I can't really give Disney the credit for that one. Then we have had the Solo movie. As a casual Star Wars fan, I have to say I don't give a fuck about Han Solo. Sure, I love Harrison Ford, but he's not that kind of character that I really like. No matter how he's changing, have some sort of character arc, yeah, I'm just not interested. So I saw it. I gotta say, the visuals in that movie is absolutely amazing. Far better than the Jurassic World Dominion, in my opinion. Acting, yeah, but I will say the one thing I loved about that movie is the beginning when you know Soul is in that trench and it's war and blood and muddy. Like that is what Star Wars is to me. It has its name in it. That's why I like the prequels and the Clone Wars series, because it's about conflict. It's about war. You see people suffering. You see people getting killed and murdered, both on the good side and the bad side. And the current Disney Star Wars universe in sort of way, it's so fucking ridiculous. It's so childish. It has no logic. And Kenobi in a sort of way can show it that sort of way. So Kenobi, when I heard they were going to do a Kenobi series, I was like, oh my god, really? Who's going to play Kenobi? Please bring back Ewan McGregor. And they did it. I was like, oh wow, really? And not only that, Hayden Christensen, are you fucking kidding me? Like, come on, I want to see this. So I was actually excited for it. I was like, please don't fuck it up, please. Because Mandalorian, I'm gonna say this, Mandalorian was okay. It was okay for me. Like, I like it. But I will give it criticism because I feel like it's mostly less like a goddamn babysitting. I don't understand why current Star Wars movies and TV series is about children in a situation there where they're not belonging to. So yeah, that's the one thing I hate about Mandalorian. It's about taking care of baby Yoda. Like, oh, god damn it! I want to see bounty hunting. I want to see blood. And the first episode of the Mandalorian was so fucking awesome. He was cruel. He was a bounty hunter. It was cool. Then after a couple of episodes later, it's just babysitting. Like, what the fuck? This is not what I want to see. Though I followed the entire seasons 1 and 2, I think it was. I don't remember. It was some time ago I saw. The reason why I don't watch TV anymore is because of Game of Thrones. My god, when Game of Thrones was at its height, at season 2, 3 even, oh my god, people couldn't stop talking about it. I mean, I was even on one of those LARPing event that had a kind of like Game of Thrones in it. It was so fucking fun. Oh my god, back then it was a great time to watch TV instead of movies. But then you of course have season 8 and it's still hurting my soul a little bit. And so it's kind of like made me like I don't want to watch any more TV series for a while. And then Mandalorian came. I liked the first couple of episodes. Then I start watching I just watched some few of them. I didn't watch the entirety because it just becomes boring to me when there have to be children in it. And then Kenobi comes out. I was like, please Disney, please don't fuck it up this time. You really need it. I mean, look at your stocks and look at how it's going for you, Disney. You can't fuck this up. If you do this, you're going to... I mean, you have fucked up the original characters and you have made the original OG Star Wars fans extremely angry, which I can understand. And now you're mixing with the prequel fans like me. You don't have to fuck up here. You can't. So then it came out. The first episode, I liked the first episode. It was okay. It started like, okay, this is Kenobi, he's in his current situation. When after the episode, I was like, wait a minute, is this going to be like with that Is this going to be Leia, you know, a shy 9-year-old? Are we talking about fucking babysitting again? Before I continue, I have to say something about Riva or Reva. I don't know how to say it, but I'm gonna say Riva. I don't care. So, Riva, first I want to say this thing about the actress. People who criticize her because of her skin color, that sort of thing, fuck off, you racist shits. Like, please, fuck off. But anyway, but also there are some fair criticism on specifically the character, not the actress. And the character here of Riva, yeah, I can agree to a lot of them. First off, she's not intimidating, she's not threatening. The acting is not good, and certainly not. It's kind of on the edge of acceptable, kinda. But I don't put the fault on the actress, I put the fault on the writers of this series. But I will say this, I mean, the visuals in the Kenobi is amazing. Like, holy shit. Like, this is movie quality. Like, far better than Game of Thrones ever were. But of course it's Disney, you know, they had the money. And then here's the thing about Leia. Can we fucking stop with the fucking children, please? I don't care if children are watching this or not. This is about a world where there is an oppressive, totalitarian, murderous regime hunting down people with specific gift, and they don't care about the age, color, gender, whatever. They are going to kill you. And any kind of criticism to the system is going to go to labor camps, quote unquote, disappear, have an accident, air quote. And then and Leia, why the fuck do we have to have her as a main character? I would be fine if she was just a cameo, like she's just around Bail Organa's in somewhere for a couple of seconds. Fine, that would be fine. That would be so much fine. Just like with Luke in the first episode, he's just a cameo. Like, it's fine. But why the fuck does Leia have to be a fucking main character and we have to follow her, and she has the force, she can do anything? She's fucking 9 years old. Do you see 9-year-old children going to boot camp or applying a job on a tech company? Are you insane? I don't care if you have the force or something. You're going to wait till you're 18, till your brain is developed. And the actress, I hate shitting on children because her acting is not great. She's not even acceptable. I was like, this is why I don't want children in serious situations. It just brings you out of the immersion. So I hated that they put in Leia, and I hated they made her such a fantastic young child who can do anything like certain character in the Disney movies. But even McGregor, oh my, he kills this. He kills it. This is what I wanted from series. I want to see Kenobi. I want to see him, hiding from the Empire. Watch over Luke, trying to connect, maybe try to have a contact with Organas sometime, and even getting visits from other Jedis who are in hiding and need help hiding, that sort of thing. So much better than this Inquisitor hunting for Kenobi, and somehow they are finding in the archive that Organa and Kenobi used to be have a lot of contacts and sort of thing in the archive. Like, it's just stop. Why haven't they found that out earlier without Riva? Like, it is so fucking stupid. Like, okay, I'm not going to continue with this because this is just the first episode, and you hear me like, oh my god. Like, the first episode, even though I think it was okay, but still, everything about this is so weird and unlogical. And as the episodes go, or the episode, how would I say it now again? As time progresses in the episode, it just becomes stupider and stupider and stupider with cool fucking cool moments, but they're so followed up with such a dumb fucking moments. And yes, I am angry. I am really fucking angry. That's why I swear a lot, because Disney, you had them. You had Hayden Christensen. You had fucking Ewan McGregor and even fucking Liam Neeson. Are you fucking kidding me? This is. How can you fuck up? You have fucked up Obi-Wan. You fucked the prequels. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, especially the Ewan McGregor, is one of my biggest favorite characters in movies. Like, I loved Obi-Wan back in the prequel days. Because he was something you can look up to. He was kind of like a figurehead of good moral system and charismatic and noble in a way as a knight. And I'm gonna say this, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, yes, they are so amazing in this series. Every time these two people are on screen, it is the best. Even though Obi-Wan in some sort of way lost his connection to the Force, which was a bit weird. Like, you need that Force to train Luke. Why? The writers, Disney, why did you have? And this is not going to be good for Disney with the current inflation and the gas prices and absolute shit that's going on in this current world. I mean, they needed something to success. They needed a success here. They really needed it, and they fucked up. But if I have to give the entirety of Kenobi series, I have to give it from 1 to 10. I'm gonna give it a 4. 4 out of 10. It has moments that just, oh my god, why can't the entire series be like this? But no, we have to have Reva, and we have to have Leia, and we have to have just enormous stupid moments, unlogical things. As the current day with Star Wars, it's dead to me. I have officially, well, I had done it when The Rise of Skywalker came around, but I am ready now. I'm fucking ready now. I'm denouncing Disney Star Wars. It's a, how should we call it, a really big fucking miss and failure of a fan story. It just completely, it's so dumb. Disney, you had everything. You have Star Wars, the pinnacle of science fiction, opera, epicness, and you just hammer the foundation on which the Star Wars stands upon, and it just falls to the ground, and you try to rebuild it, but you build it with such a bad foundation. You build it on a place where there's like constant earth shakes and tsunamis and plagues. Like, oh my god, Disney, how could you? How fucking could you? And I know why. We all know why. First off, greed, money. The second of all is trying to appeal to a minority group among the Star Wars fan, casual science fiction fan, and that is SJWs, feminists, and leftist hardcore things and all sort of thing. Like, I know we should not bring politics into this sort of thing, but and that's why Disney is currently doing. They are pulling in a lot of current day political things. When George Lucas did, I think, the originals, it was more about, he took inspiration from history, from ancient Japan, like the Shogunate, I think it was called, that period. And he also took a lot of what you call the European history about the Holy Roman Empire and the Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire, the Ottoman Empire, the Arabic cultures and Native American mysticism. Like, And then you have the prequels, which we can all agree on it's mostly pulled from the American Civil War era and the modern kind of like what you call now when World War One, World War Two, and the Cold War. It's so cool. The only thing that people seem to have about the prequels, political thing, is that they had some sort of criticism to the Iraq War and that sort of thing, which I don't find. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then you have the Star Wars Disney sequel, which was just a rehash of the old movies, and it just does not work. This is more like a rant about Disney Star Wars rather than Kenobi, but Kenobi is part of Disney Star Wars right now, and I have to say, why? Why? Here's the thing, like, I don't blame the actors and the actress in this series. They did their job. It's the fucking writers. They are so pathetically stupid at this. Like, I can write a better Star Wars series about Kenobi in this situation in his life. But anyway, I have ranted enough. After this, I'm not interested in Star Wars. Have you seen what Disney, Lucas, mostly Disney, what they're planning? Like, there was some, what do you call it? Not that long a time ago when they announced a bunch of different projects, and I was like, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. And I definitely don't care about. I think the next project is what do you call it? What's his name now? It was one of the characters in Rogue One. Is apparently going to get his own, not movie, right, but a miniseries. Why? And I don't understand. Why do we have to stick to the galactic Civil War era? Like, can we fucking move on? That's why the Clone Wars was so much cooler, the Old Republic and that sort of thing. It was so much better because it was a situation with, it was just new. The galactic fucking Civil War, we have been there. Please move fuck on. I don't want to see Vader. I don't want to see the Emperor. I don't want to see anyone. Go 500 years into the future. Something. Please. Don't stick around and be like, oh, people like Vader, we should do like a miniseries about him. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, people really like Darth Maul. Let's make a movie and a series about him so we can bring him more nostalgia and money from, like, move on, please. And I'm not saying that if, don't make movies, don't make series like a lot of critics and fans say. I'm not saying you should not do it. I just say do it. You have to have writers who know this stuff. They have to. You can't just rehash. Don't rehash. You just fucking it all up. And don't hire people who don't know anything about Star Wars, like the ones in the Kenobi, who doesn't even know how space fucking works. Like, you have to find the right people, not just the actor and actress and that sort of thing, but the writers. So anyway, this has been my small rant, not even a review if I have to be honest, about the Kenobi and the situation of Star Wars. As I said, I'm ready to just leave it. I'm putting Star Wars and that sort of thing, specifically Disney. I don't just throw it in a garbage can. I don't care about it anymore. And if I ever have children, I will not let them watch Disney Star Wars. Fuck that. They are going to watch the originals, the prequels, the Clone Wars, part of the Rebels, and they're gonna play the Kotor and that sort of thing. I'm not allowing them to like Disney Star Wars. Fuck that. What do I see in the future for Star Wars? If Disney is still on this path with Star Wars, if Kathleen Kennedy is still going to be around, Star Wars is fucking dead. That's all I have to say. I don't give a fuck about this if they're going to do a new movies or TV series. I don't care anymore. I have lost my interest for Star Wars. Like, I think if I have to say which I am looking forward to now when it comes to science fiction, excuse me, my dog is under the table. I don't really know. Mass Effect is something I really loved. it's kind of like my second favorite sci-fi of all time, even though it's just video games and that sort of thing. It's still so much cooler, so much better compared to Disney Star Wars. And sadly, BioWare is not BioWare anymore. You know the rest if you know about the BioWare situation. As I said, I'm ready to put Star Wars behind me. Like, please, move on, don't come back. It's over, it's done. You're not gonna get my money, Disney. Period. So anyway, if you have managed to get this far, I have to thank you and all that. This is probably my last small rant or review, whenever people want to call it, for a while right now. Because I told you, I'm moving, and I'm gonna pack all my stuff, and it's gonna be taking maybe maybe 2 weeks or something, probably. Because my next thing that I'm looking forward to is Elvis. Like I heard so much about this movie that it's good. Like it's not the best movie, but it's very good. And I'm not a really like a big Elvis fan. I mean, I like some of his music. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie, and I'm gonna say Austin. He to me already from looking what something he deserves some sort of award for that movie, and I have not even seen it yet. So anyway, I hope you had a great midsummer, and I hope you have a continuous great vacation time and summer. Be out, be careful being in the hot sun right now because it's really hot. Like here in where I live, oh my god, it's been. I'm already like red as a stop sign. Anyway, see you all later, and goodbye.